Rev up your engines!
Al Vape says, Scotty, what do you think about the Ranchero and El Camino? You know, I always thought those are kind of cool vehicles. Is it a pickup truck? Is it a car? Is it a station wagon? What is it? You know, it was in between. But I thought they were kind of cool. And now they're kind of making a comeback. People collect them. People fix them up. They never were gigantic sellers. They were kind of an interesting setup where they look kind of like a car. And they rode kind of like a station wagon. They rode better than a truck. Not as good as a car, but better than a pickup truck. Like I say, if you're into fixing up old cars, still, if you price around, you might be able to get one at a decent price and fix it up and have some fun. They're not outrageous there. They're not like going out and buying a 67 Mustang where you're going to have to pay a ton for the vehicle. Those you can still get them reasonably cheap and have some fun with them. NASCAR fan 1795 says, Scotty, what are good trucks for a work truck? I'm looking for a good truck under $5,000, thanks. Well, good luck on that because everybody wants a good work truck for under $5,000. For a regular sized truck, medium or small truck, you can't beat the Toyotas. They run forever. They're just very hard to find, and they have very high resale value because of that. Everybody knows they're great trucks. If you can find a Ranger, the Rangers can be good trucks too. If you're talking about a full-size pickup truck, though, you're not going to find much of a good pickup, full-size pickup for under $5,000 unless you get lucky. Somebody gets thrown in jail, or some old guy dies or retires and he can't drive anymore, and he's going to sell an old truck that's in good shape cheap. You might check that. Why? Now you could look at the F-150s. They're really good trucks too. That if you can find one of those that's older, but it has maybe medium or lower mileage on it. Daniel Ayala says, Scotty, got the 93 Nissan pickup on your recommendations. Great so far. What are the issues, quirks in the truck? Should I worry about the future? Love your videos. Well, it's a really old vehicle. What, 26 years old, but they were well made back in 93. If it's a standard transmission, it could run forever. Now, the automatic transmissions are the weakest things of those trucks, but if it works fine now and it isn't automatic, it can still last quite some time as long as you baby it and don't go peeling out all the time and try to ram the accelerator as fast as you can when you're accelerating. If you baby them, they can last quite some time. I got customers with them that have 250,000 miles. They're still going down the road in them. You'll never see that in a late model Nissan. They just don't hold up since Renault merged with them, but just keep taking care of it. Don't overheat the engine. Change the oil regularly. Change the coolant once every 3-4 years. Just take care of it and you never know how long it's going to last. Rob Fern says, is there any way to check the batteries in each TPMS module without going to the dealership? For those of you who don't know, all your modern cars have tire pressure monitoring systems, and most of the modern ones, each tire inside the valve stem is a sending unit that sends the pressure to the receiving unit in your car. And as nutty as it sounds, each one is battery driven. They have their own power supply, which is a battery. Of course, eventually the batteries wear out. It's only common, right? If they do go bad, it will trip a code on your car. And then when you read the code, it'll say sensor number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And with a good scan tool, you can even drive down the road and you'll see there's no signal coming from the right rear tire, and you'll know that that's the one that's bad. To actually test them without a code, let's say you think it's not working right, but there aren't any codes, there are machines, and I have them, but I mean, even the cheap ones are about $350, $400, and you go to each one and you can test them. I doubt that you're ever going to want to buy something like that, but any independent mechanic who's good will have that equipment to go walk by and taste them. I have, and it takes like 5 minutes to check the whole car. I mean, I wouldn't even worry if you're not tripping a code on your car. It should be working, because when those systems go bad, they always trip that tire sensor code. They're very reliable when it comes to that. Otto Prego says, greeting from Georgia. I have a Trailblazer with an exhaust leak coming from the manifold. I've been to a couple of shops. They said estimates about $600 to replace it. Is it reasonable? Well, yeah, because it's such a pain in the butt taking it apart. And if it's an older one, you got to be real careful, because those are cast iron manifolds, and they're bolted to cast aluminum heads, and a lot of times the bolts start to break off. It can be a royal pain in the butt swapping those things out without destroying half of the vehicle. So if they guarantee you that, they're going to do a good job and that's what they're going to charge you, yeah, just don't take it to somebody who's thinking, a lot of stuff's going to break, I'll charge them a whole bunch more money when I start taking it apart. Make sure that there are reputable shops that people have dealt with before.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.